In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how YouTube has truly changed my life. I can't wait to get into it. I'm going to be sharing 3 ways. There's many ways, but just for this video, I'm going to be sharing 3 of them, how YouTube has truly changed my life. Along with that, I'm going to also be, as promised, giving you an update on my road to monetization. If you have been following along with me, I have been in the middle of a 40-day live stream challenge. Today's actually day 30, and I've been giving uh, bi-weekly updates on how the progression has gone. And so I'm going to be updating you on that as well. But I really wanted to jump into the 3 ways that YouTube has truly shifted my life. But before I do that, let me introduce myself for you guys who are not familiar with me. My name is Janelle Renee. I am a certified life and business coach. I help working moms to discover their purpose and then be able to monetize from their purpose so that they can create that life of freedom and flexibility and fulfillment that they truly, truly desire. And so that is what I do within my coaching community under Faithology University. If you want to learn more on how I can serve you on a higher level, be sure to just check the description below here and you'll be able to jump right in. But yes, I really, really, really wanted to get into the ways that YouTube has truly changed my life, even with less than 1,000 subscribers or supporters or family. I just consider you guys family, the people that I am called to truly serve, right? And so, yeah. And so even with less than 1,000, right, that monetization mark or whatever, like I still have truly grown so much. And I'm going to jump into it. All right. And so the first way I honestly feel that YouTube has changed my life is patience. Okay. Fruit of the spirit, patience. Because like when I started YouTube like over 2 years ago, I really thought I would have been monetized by now. I've been showing up consistently. I've been pouring out. I've been giving value. I've literally been showing up. Like I have not taken a break off of YouTube at all for the last 2.5 years. And I've been pouring out and I'm like, wait, but like, what's going on? Like, why am I not seeing much growth, right? And I know that's subjective, but I'm just like, I really thought at least after the first year, I would have been monetized. And so really this process has truly, truly have been teaching me such patience. And even like, well, I'm going to be completely real and honest with you. Even before recording this video, I knew I had to give an update. And I'm very, very honored and proud of my update. That's not the reason why I was like emotional. I mean, I'm sure it's probably TMI. I'm in my luteal phase. And so maybe that's what it was. I was just really, really emotional even before. And I was like, just in my feelings. And like literally my daughter, she literally drew this for me. She calls me warrior queen. Last week, she was like, Mommy, if you could be a superhero, what would your superhero name be? And I was like, warrior queen. And so literally, like, as I was like in my feelings a while ago, she drew this picture, warrior queen. And that's me with the W on the chest. And then this is her down here. And literally she just truly just lit me up when she brought this to me. And then she even made a song. She had a song for me as well called Warrior Queen. And literally I started crying because I'm like, God is just so good. It's like, sometimes when you feel like you've been pouring out so much, and I'm not gonna cry because I just started crying. Oh my God, really? But it's just like the timing of it, because I was in my feelings a little bit. And then when she brought this over and was like, played the song that she recorded for me, Warrior Queen, and I was just like, oh my God, like, God, how did you know this is exactly what I needed? And it was just like God just saying, like, Janelle, like, you're a warrior, like, just keep going, And you see, I'm crying and I didn't want to cry. But it's not about me, you know what I mean? It's like, it's really just it's my assignment. And so regardless of whether or not I'm seeing the growth that I want to see, I'm still going to show up. And I've been showing up for 2.5 years. And it's not even like, I just really want to serve as many people as I can, as many women as I can. And so this process has truly taught me patience. But I'm just emotional because I'm thinking of just how God's timing is. Like I was really in my feelings, and then my daughter came with this beautiful drawing and just the affirmation of warrior queen. Like, how would she know that that's what I needed to know, or that's what I needed to hear in that moment, right? Like this happened like just maybe a half hour ago. as I was preparing to come live, to come on, to do this video with you. And so, yes, I have truly been patient in this process. All right. And so, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead. That's the first point, right? And so I'm going to go ahead and give you an update on my status right now. So so my last update was day 20, and I'm going to go ahead and just share my screen with you so you can see and like go along with me as I give you the update, right? And so as you can see here, my my um my subscriber count from the last time we were from day 20, I should say, my subscriber count went from 709 to 726. So I'm happy. Shout out to you guys who subscribed, my new subscribers, my new family. And so that's 17 new subscribers. And then my watch hours have jumped to 1463. And so we're almost at the halfway mark. We need to get to 4,000 watch hours, right? So we're almost at the halfway mark. And so my watch hours actually went up 82 hours from the last update. Okay. And so listen, I I'm happy. I'm so happy with that. Like I am like just thankful to God for any type of growth. I'm so grateful to God that I get to serve 17 more people who are, called to for me to serve them. And so, and that's what, and like I heard God so clear, like because it's been such a slow and steady process, it's like focus on the names, not the number, right? Focus on who I'm getting to know so many of my subscribers on a personal level, like from just reaching out to me, DMing me, messaging me, and emailing me. And it's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful that I get to actually learn names, right? It's not just about a bunch of numbers, about meeting a certain, mark, but it's truly about the process. It's about the journey. It's really about the journey. And so, yeah, so that is the update that I have for that. For day 30. And so the next update will be for day 40. I cannot believe how quickly this live stream challenge is going, but it's just so powerful. And day 40, I'll actually break down also how it's been shifting me, because it has really been. I'll give a full overview of exactly like how I find the 40-day challenge when it's that time. And so I want to jump into the second thing, that the second way YouTube has truly changed my life, right? And so the first one was patience during the process, and the second one truly is progression in proficiencies. And so I speak about this often, like, when you're operating in your purpose is typically between your passions and your proficiencies, right? And so I am very passionate about speaking about, my faith, speaking about God, pouring into people, pouring into anyone that I come across. I'm really, really passionate about, mindset, like elevation, vision, growth, biblical wealth, like just abundance, like mindset. Like I'm just so passionate about personal development, self-improvement, like self any type of self-improvement. I'm all for it, right? Any type of faith-based elevation, I'm just all for it. I'm all about like just really pouring out and stepping into your kingdom assignment. And that is what I'm truly passionate about. And the fact that I have been progressing in my proficiencies, right? And so I often share like how I was really nervous when God was first calling me to speak. I didn't want to speak. I didn't feel like I had anything to share. I didn't think I had anything valuable to share. Like I was always very, very quiet and just to myself growing up. And I just didn't really feel like when God was calling me to speak, it was just like, who, me? What? Speak to who? About what? Like where? And so I have truly seen so much progression in just my proficiencies. So like the things that I actually am good at, right? The things that God has called me to do, which is to teach and to speak and to prophesy and to really just edify. And I have been growing tremendously with YouTube as a tool to do that, because now it's like And I'll just share this with me, just with God literally putting a 40-day challenge on my heart to do, to show up and do. I honestly know without a shadow of a doubt that this is purpose. This is what I'm called to do. And the more I do it, the more I show up, is the more revelation he continues to give me and the more he pours out. And so my proficiency has been progressing. Like I can tell, like I am so, like 2 years ago when I started speaking, like I was scared. I literally, I would overthink. I would literally be fight. Like I would not want to go live. Like I was going live once a week. Every Tuesday, the Lord had me start. He had me doing testimony Tuesdays. You could go back and look at that playlist because I kept it there. And I was always really, really nervous. And now I just literally hit live. Like I'm not even nervous anymore. Like it's crazy how much I've grown, you know? And so truly, I've seen progression in my proficiencies, in my speaking, in my teaching, and just learning, growing. I'm always learning and growing, but it's beautiful to be able to pour out, you know, pour back and serve and just share what I've learned to help you as well. Okay. And so that is the second, that's the second way how YouTube has truly changed my life. And then I wanted to jump into the third and final way. Well, not the final, but like that I'll be sharing in this video. The third way that YouTube has truly changed my life is it's a prophecy of purpose fulfilled. And so I'll give you the exact date. It was April 20th. Why did I draw a blank? It was April 20th, 2022, when the Lord told me that I was going to teach the nations. And when he told me that, and he said that in with along with some other stuff that he told me, that it was giving me such revelation that day. I'll never forget. I was like in my secret place with the Lord, just travailing, and like really God was just pouring his spirit all over me. And I was just like, I'll never forget, because I heard it so clear as day. Like I heard it, like, you know, sometimes God speaks and you're like, I don't know if that's God. No, I knew God was speaking because it was just clear. Like he literally told me that I would teach nations. And you know, at the time, I didn't know what he was talking about. Like I was just, I knew that that's what he told me, but I was just like, me teach nations, what nations? And literally, my YouTube journey is a prophecy of God fulfilled. It's purpose, because it's like he told me this. He spoke this over my life over 2 years ago now. And literally on YouTube, I have been able to teach nations. I've been showing up constant, like every day. And when my beautiful clients reach out to me and they're in different countries, different continents, nationwide, I'm like, oh my God. God told me that I was going to teach nations. I didn't know it was going to be through YouTube. I didn't know, like at the time, I didn't know. And now I'm like, oh my goodness. And I got a revelation, and I shared it in another video too, where you know, I'm a registered nurse. And when God was transitioning me from nursing into coaching, one thing I remember sitting with him and I was like, God, but what about all my CPR skills? What about my accreditations? What about this? What about that? And like all my certificates and blah, 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 blah. And he literally was just like, Janelle, like I'm transitioning you from physical CPR to spiritual CPR because my body is dead and I need you to revive them. And I was just like, okay, God. And then just recently, about a month ago by now, maybe 3 weeks ago, I was in, you know, quiet time with the Lord. And he literally told me, he's like, when I was just remembering, like when I was feeling really, really stuck. And I remember, I always say this, that I felt very confined. Like I felt like the four walls of the hospital were just closing in on me. Like I knew I've always wanted to do nursing, but then I was just like, why do I feel like the walls are closing in? And the reason why I was feeling like that is because God gave me revelation of this. He's like, Janelle, you're still a nurse, but instead of you nursing in the four corners of the four walls of the hospital, now you are nursing the four corners of the world. And I just started sobbing, and I was just like, what, God? Like only God could give revelation like that. Okay. Only God could give revelation like that, because I'm like, wow, like I didn't even think of it like that. But when the Lord broke it down to me like that a few weeks ago, I was like, oh my God, you're so right. Like I'm still a nurse, but now he's like, I'm calling you to nurse the four corners of the world. right? And I know that God has given me the gift of healing, right? I know that. I've seen it firsthand in my nursing career, time after time. And so, like, I know He's given me the gift of healing, but healing is not only physical, healing is spiritual, it's mental, emotional, it's like all levels of healing. And so, yeah, so truly, the third way that YouTube has truly shifted and changed my life is through prophecy. It's a prophecy of God, truly, of my purpose being fulfilled, right? He told me this over 2 years ago. He told me I would teach nations. And at the time, I didn't see it. But now, like, the revelation is here. I see it. I see it. And so, those are the three ways. Those are the three ways that YouTube so far has shifted my life and changed my life, even though it's not monetary. I haven't monetized yet, but it doesn't matter. Like, I've seen so much growth within. Okay. So the first one, patience during the process, because the Lord knows, this takes patience, right? And progression in my proficiencies of speaking and teaching and prophesying, edifying, and just doing what God has called me to do. And then third was His prophecy over my life, his prophecy of my purpose being truly fulfilled. And I feel that. I truly, genuinely feel that. And so if you are like feeling stuck, feeling lost, feeling like you don't know like what your purpose is, I want to help you. That is like my purpose is truly to help you step into your purpose. And so I would love to really, really serve you on a higher level within my coaching community under Faithology University. And that's it for this video. I'm not editing anything. And that's the beautiful thing about this too. Like, I have, like, editing used to take me forever. And now with this process, I'm just like, listen, let's just get these videos out here. Like, I'm not trying to be out here editing for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 50, 11 days. Okay, let's just get these videos, pop them out, and keep it pushing. And so I'll see you guys day 40 for the next update. Be sure to check out my playlist, which will be one over here somewhere. Just check out the playlist and you'll see like 30 days of such awesome value. Like, God has not, listen, when I tell you I am like delivering value, like, I'm literally taking you along the journey of developing digital products. Today, I literally showed you how a digital product we created on day 23 and day 24, I uploaded those on my Stand store and on my Shopify store earlier today on today's live. And so if you want to see that, be sure to just check out day 30 of the playlist and it'll be somewhere here. All right. So I'll see you guys for the next update. Bye.